Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be going through the Leave It on the Scale series for Lake Champlain. This is going to be the first Toyota series for the Northern Division. We're going to be trying to qualify for the MLF Invitationals. So we'll be fishing on Lake Champlain. Never been there before. If you watched the Potomac video, I blew my lower unit up, so I had to take it right to the dealership. This tournament was a week after the Potomac, so I took it right up there. They had to put a new lower unit on it, and I had to get it up there to Lake Champlain. Unfortunately, this tournament is going to be plagued with boat problems as well, so we got to practice for one day. I had 5 days planned. We got to practice for one day, and I found what I found within one day. I figured out what the pattern was. I just did not have enough time to run with it to find some of the bigger fish, and it'll prove that it'll hurt me later in today's episode, as you'll find out. But before we jump into today's video, a portion of today's video is sponsored by the Deep Dive app. If you know, they sponsor me and they support me to chase after my dream is fishing as a professional, getting to fish these bigger tournaments and try and qualify for the MLF Invitationals. So if you want to support me and my dream in doing that and enjoy watching the channel and all of that, download their app down below and you'll be supporting them, which supports me as well. The Deep Dive app, you can go right in on your phone here. I can go ahead, Lake Champlain, I've never been there before, so I could actually go in here and I can type in Lake Champlain. And when we pull it up here, you can do the same thing, pulling up as you would with any other lake. You can type in your conditions. So we actually had spawn time conditions. We had fish that were actually spawning. I wanted to fish shallow. We did have a wind protected area. We were fishing back in some bays and stuff that where the fish were protected. No aquatic vegetation. It was just a lot of rock. We were fishing for smallmouth and the lake level was normal. And then I can pick the days of the week that I was there. You can't go back in time, but I did this before I went to the event. You can pick that you were fishing in the morning and it will spit out a bunch of options here for you. And you'll see that they have the Ned rig right here. So we actually caught a bunch of fish on the Ned rig. You can click on it, it'll tell you what color you should be throwing, what areas you should focus on throwing it, what those areas might look like. You can even see Navionics pictures of what it'll look like, how to retrieve the bait, and the gear you need as well. So if you want to download the Deep Dive app today, it'll be linked down below and you'll be supporting the channel a ton. But for now, let's jump into the Champlain event. So as I mentioned, I have never been to Lake Champlain before. As much as I fish in the Northeast, I've never traveled up that far north to fish some of those bodies of water. So I'm going in here with 5 days of practice, hoping to be able to dial in a lake that I've never been to before. Unfortunately, we had the prop break on my trolling motor, couldn't get a new one of those. We had bad batteries, they went bad and I couldn't fish on those days. We had some motor issues that we were working on, some electronic issues that were going on with the boat. A whole bunch of stuff that had happened over the course of the practice period. I lost a lot of practice time, but what I did figure out is that these fish were sitting out on some long points and shoals and they were on beds. So we were finding them using the cone of injustice, as Mark Zona says. We were using a flogger. It's a super fun way to fish. It's the first time I've ever done that as well, so I had to practice actually catching fish using that because I've never done it before. So we learned a ton in one day of fishing, and then had to put it to work against 228 pros up there on Lake Champlain. So we take off for day one, very, very windy. I had some giants marked in an area that I wanted to go to. I ran all the way up there and found out that the water was too dirty and I couldn't see them. I don't know if it was too dirty completely that I couldn't see them or the fact that the sun wasn't up high enough yet, because that makes a big difference in not only in the water clarity but how far down you can see. So that actually, I had to wait till the sun got up a little bit further. I started panicking. I was going and picking up 2-pounders that I knew had nothing to do, like they wouldn't have helped me at all, but I was picking up 2-pounders on places that I was just trying to put fish in the boat. Fortunately, I got to a limit, and then we kind of made our way down to another area and started fishing down there. Now, bear with me on the footage here. I tried my best. Using the flogger, you're literally laying on the boat deck the whole time with the cone in the water. So I always wear a chest cam. It literally would have just been a black screen because I'm laying on the front deck of the boat fishing. So I'm trying my best with the dash cam here, but that's also hard when you're fishing in wind and waves. It's bouncing all over the place in the mount that I had. So bear with the footage here. I'm trying to get a little bit better with each tournament video, but we'll roll through day one footage here and we'll show you how we did. Nope. We're going crazy. Sweet.
Actually, he kind of did that himself.
Got her. Uh-oh. There we go. Sick.
For a second. Hey, you gotta work on their camera time.
Sweet. Got 5. Got her. That's a good one.
Yeah, you were playing around and
That's a good one.
I was.
Got her. Oh, please don't come out. Yes.
Ooh, not as much as the last one.
Not as much as the last one, but I'll take them. It's a decent one. Yes, that was worth the wait. Oh yeah. No.
Oh, that's him right there.
That's a 4-pounder.
You want to catch him?
Yeah, I'm gonna catch him.
Oh, you're playing around for a little while.
My drag was loose. Now he's all scared of it. That's okay. Good thing it's a bedding fish because he'll come right back. There he is.
And he'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know.
He's already back on it again. Got him. That's a tank. That's a tank. Oh, rather be lucky than good.
Is it off?
It flew right off
Right.
as soon as he jumped.
A fish
That
have
is
jumped.
the one that I needed all day today.
Son of a bitch, go.
Get rid of that one right there. Maybe he'll go guard that bed and I'll catch him tomorrow. Got her. Get in that net. Yes! Bing. Right there. Go guard that bed. I'll come catch you tomorrow.
Nathan Quince, Imperial Pennsylvania Pro, Ring 5. Got us a day 1 limit. Good job, Nathan. 5 in the morning, just make sure we're clear there. Not touching anywhere. Our limit today is going to weigh 16 pounds, 14 ounces. Thank you, my man.
Thanks, sir.
Appreciate you.
So from taking a day where I was full of panic in the morning and didn't know what was going to happen, and had 10 pounds in the live well and was absolutely in trouble, I kind of turned that day around. I found a couple 3-pounders scattered around and started picking them off, and ran into a couple that were pushing 4 that just randomly found during the tournament, and they helped me out. I caught almost 17 pounds that day. However, that wasn't very good. I was in 100th place after day 1, and I was going to need to catch about 19 the next day to jump up in the standings and maybe get a check, if not get to fish on the last day, knowing that those guys absolutely caught them up there. I didn't think it was going to fish that well. Usually during those spawn tournaments up there, 16 to 18 pounds is doing really, really well, and that's right where I was. But I needed a couple extra big ones, and I just didn't have that. So we went out on day 2, and we tried to catch a limit a lot faster, calm myself down, fish in some areas with some bigger fish, and then we had a longer day, so we tried to utilize that in finding new bed fish. So we'll roll day 2 here, see how it goes. Got her. sir.
Yep, yep.
Look at that time. And in the mouth.
Good job, buddy.
Got her. It's a freaking. Yes! Oh, she broke off right there. She broke off right there.
Good job, man. She's in the boat. She's hooked in the mouth.
Got her.
She ain't gonna help you. I hope she does, but
She might.
I hope she does.
I don't know if that was the same fish. I think it's a different one. I don't think that was the same fish. Got him. That one will help me. If I'm correct, he should be about 3.25 pounds.
16-14 on low one. 5 more today. We need 19-14. Jump into the cut. He says no. 15-13, 32-11 is your total. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So unfortunately, after day 2, we ended up in 100th place again. We actually didn't move up or down one spot. We stayed exactly where we were. We caught slightly less, almost 16 pounds on day 2. We ended up with an average of like 16.5 pounds a day. There was one fish in my live well that I could not get rid of. It was a 275. I really needed to upgrade that for like a 3.5, and that would have jumped me like 20 places with a 3.5, which is crazy on that lake. But that's the way fish is. One fish can go a long way. If you catch a 5-pounder and can catch 3s the rest of the tournament, that's huge. Like that that little 2-pound bump moves you way up the standings. If I would have had 2 extra pounds, I think I would have made the cut is what it was. I was pretty close. So it doesn't sound like a lot, 2 pounds being that many places, but that's just how that lake fishes. I had a ton of fun. I learned a lot. But unfortunately, we put ourselves in a hole for the rest of the year on the Toyota Series. So next one will be on the St. Lawrence River, #1 bass fishery in the country. Hopefully going to catch some giant smallmouth bass. So stay tuned if you want to see that video. Like I said, we're going to get better with each one. I'm really looking forward to that next one and being able to film it properly for you guys. So hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss it. Leave a like if you enjoyed today's video, and thanks for watching.